a violinist and composer. You are in Upper West Side of Manhattan. You can hear the construction noise on the street. I'm from Japan, and I've been living in the States since 1986. It's a long time. More time I spent here than in my original country now. I mean, if I include my childhood, 2 years in living in Canada, Ottawa, definitely I've been outside of the country more than I have lived there for myself. In fact, I'm a stay-home mom, so when I go, but I've traveled a lot less than I used to, before I had children. I have 2 children, 11 and 8-year-old. So yeah, I'm a stay-home mom, really. Well, I do a lot of different things. When I was around 30 maybe, I was really pushing hard. And I had a really successful concert debut in New York, and during the concert, I had my period, and I was so depressed. I was in such a horrible state. The concert was going really great, and the New York Times was his audience, and it was so stressful, and it was the best review I've gotten in my entire career. But I was so miserable during the concert that I thought to myself, I'm going to burn out in 5 years if I just don't stop now and try to find another reason to live, to get up in the morning, because it was so stressful. So in the Merkin Hall in New York during my recital, in the backstage during the intermission, I thought to myself, like a thought came into my head, I want to get married. 2 months later, I met my future husband, and a year later I was married. Oh, there's a phone. Yes, we are having a Board of Ed meeting on this Thursday to discuss it. Yeah. Yes, we're coming at 10:20, my husband and I. Yeah. One of the most recent things that I do with music technology is that I'm now tracking my bowing motions. And this comes from a very smart people in IRCAM in Paris, about 5 PhD brains behind this thing. So I don't do any of the math, but they do. So what they do is I put this on very unintrusive, very sort of a stretch lycra fabric glove, which was made by a New York fashion designer, Mark Salinas. It was very funny. He came to one of my concerts because I was wearing a very DIY, do it yourself. I bought myself a lace glove, like a black lace glove, and cut off my fingers because I couldn't hold my bow with a slippery finger, and then it looked like a ninja glove, So, so he came up to me after the concert and said, Miss Kimura, can I make you a glove? And I probably looked horrible. I had like a rubber band and everything around my wrist. So anyway, so he designed this really great glove for me. And it's very unintrusive. I can play anything in the Bach or anything with this glove. What it has is like a little, very small motion sensor. It's like a 3D accelerometer and gyroscope, like a Wii remote, but much smaller, And it has a circuit board and a battery in here, but with an umbilical cord inside. So it's completely wireless, and I have a receiver that connects to the Ethernet on the computer, so I'm free. So that you can just, and it's not like a controller, so you don't have to do any extra unmusical events, or, you don't have to command, obey type thing. You can just do whatever you do with my violin, and it analyzes it, which is really hard to do. It's really hard to do. But again, I don't do that. I just tell them, I need this analyzed, please. It's like 5 computer brains going like that. So this is the most exciting collaboration I'm doing right now. Let's see if it's going to work or not. Okay, so... Foundation is one of the most, the classiest organization I had privilege of working with. They have given me the fullest support I've ever been given, that I felt totally worth doing what I was doing, and it was very, very fortunate to be chosen for that. They have approached me a few years ago, actually, to send me my stuff, and then we thought about how to present a concert, and you know, it happened at Bohemian Hall that you're going to do, and it was, I think, was one of my best concerts that I ever had in my life. It was about a year ago, I guess it was in May last year, and I miss it. I miss working with them. You know, I saw them recently, and I miss working with, communicating every day on the email with them.